Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's version of The Talent Show. My name's Cameron,
And I'm Rob.
and together we're Automotive Talent. Weekly, we try to bring you updates on new roles and new projects that we're working on in all things staff solutions for the automotive industry. I do believe it might be your turn to go first this week, Rob. What have you
Yeah,
What have you had this week?
look, at the moment, Cam, I'd like to start up on the Sunshine Coast.
Mm,
Currently got a senior service advisor role that's come up this week. Very valued client of ours up there, and growing very quickly. So at the moment, they're looking for someone to actually go in to be a bit of an assistance to the service manager on the front line.
yes.
It is a small team, so you'd be one of three in that department.
Yep.
However, the ability to grow within the group because of the nature of this group is very good. So if you are looking into, if you're already a sort of senior advisor at the moment, it'd be a great time to get on board because they are looking and they have definitely been in an acquiring type of mood over the last 12 months.
All right.
So
Sounds very
definitely
solid.
worth, yeah, look, definitely worth having a look at. The other thing on the Sunshine Coast I've got at the moment is I'm looking for a number of new and used sales consultants for a couple of different clients up there. At the moment, they really need people with experience in selling cars.
Hmm.
Have plenty of people looking at, that want to be trainees, but unfortunately at the moment that they really need people with experience to be in the businesses at the
Yeah.
moment. So,
Do
uh,
they have a minimum amount of experience?
I'll look at this point in time. I would imagine you would need a minimum 12 to 18 months
Yep.
selling vehicles,
Yep.
just to really make sure that you understand the process from start to finish. Um, I think it's pretty imperative there, definitely.
Right. Very good.
Look, the other role I wanted to talk about is actually in Brisbane. It's a new role that's only come up just on Monday, actually, which is actually for an experienced European technician. Now, this is a bit of a different type of situation where we actually need to have experience within the brand for that one. And look, we're even willing to look outside the box and even look overseas if the experience isn't available locally.
Hmm.
But certainly would love to hear from anyone with European, particularly German type backgrounds for that type of role.
Right. Sounds like a very solid opportunity, and obviously some great prestige businesses doing some really good things locally here in Brisbane at the moment. So, great time to jump on board.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, very strong business.
Mm.
And one that is looking to expand into other areas as well. So I know that there's been talk of acquiring other businesses as well going forward. So there's obviously a fair bit to get your teeth into there as well, which is great.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, roles I'd like to talk about this week. I've got one in Queensland and three in New South Wales. I'll go to the Queensland one first. I've got a local client, southwestern suburbs of Brisbane, and we're looking for a tyre store manager. So it's someone to manage their tyre department. They're a substantial size dealership, and they've got a standalone tyre store, which obviously services internal and external customers, and looking for someone who can really grab control of the retail side of that business, Rob. So yeah, anyone with that kind of background, that kind of experience, that's got accustomed to working in that type of environment, displays, showroom displays, talking through options with customers, and and look, even wheel and tire packages, that type of stuff. This dealership really wants to be the one-stop shop for their customers and the local community, and you've got a great backing. They're talking a very good remuneration package plus a company vehicle as well for this role.
That's
So
good.
um, anyone with that type of background, very interested to have a chat to you, and I can guarantee you it is definitely worth the conversation. Um, Three other roles I'm working on, they're all in New South Wales and all in regional areas. So really suited to potentially someone that lives in that area already, or maybe living in Sydney and looking to get out of the 7-day automotive land trade, the cost of living pressures and everything else that's associated with that, or alternatively, relocating from another metropolitan area like Canberra or Melbourne as well. I've got a sales manager role and a financial controller role, both on the south coast of New South Wales, in a dealership group that is really going places. Quote unquote, they are cashed up and looking to expand their businesses. So they're setting the foundation now for growth for later on for their business, as they see the next 12 to 24 months being a really good growth period for them. Sales manager, they're quite open to look at either someone who has new car background or used car background. They'll make the role fit your experience base, and depending on your background, it obviously determines your responsibility as well. New cars, they represent 3 volume orientated brands, very good brands, I can say, to be a part of at the moment. Used cars, if you're in the used car operation, looking to manage the whole used car operation. You're allowed to buy stock, source stock, value stock, as well as obviously retail stock as well there. Ideally, the sales manager's role would be suited for someone either at a manager now looking to take that step away from Metro, or potentially someone who is an assistant sales manager now looking to take that next step and run a department in their own right. So get in touch with us for that.
And look, I mean, it's an area that I actually spent a bit of time in. I know we were discussing earlier, Cam, and the location, it is a bit of a hub as well for the South Coast. It's quite a large sort of area as well. So don't be thinking you're going to be stuck in a very little type town situation.
Yeah, absolutely. The other role for that particular business is a financial controller role, and for this person, they're quite happy to look at someone who has automotive experience. They're also open to coaching and mentoring someone into a financial controller role as well. Right. So if you're tertiary qualified and you're an accountant and you're sitting in the automotive industry somewhere, they're quite prepared to coach and mentor you into that financial controller seat. And a mixture of the two would also be. A mixture of the 2 experience levels would also be entertained as well. So if you're looking for something to sink your teeth into to take that next step, and we all know financial controllers don't generally move around that often, so this could be your opportunity to go to that next step in your career there as well. Next role I want to talk about is a role on the Central Coast this time. And we're looking for a sales manager to take control of a client's light commercial business. So they've got a couple of light commercial orientated brands, as well as a used pre-owned light commercial yard as well, which holds, I think the yard holds probably around 100 vehicles, maybe 110 vehicles, so it's not small.
That's good.
Yeah, looking for it's definitely a selling sales manager orientated type role of a business that does roughly about 55 to 60 units a month. So a good opportunity. Once again, it's probably one of those good opportunities if you're an assistant sales manager at the moment to take that next step into the big time. This business will coach you to get there, and more importantly, give you an opportunity to keep growing later on down the pathway. They've got multiple sites, multiple brands, family-owned operations. So definitely worth an inquiry on that one too. And obviously, if you're coming out of that metro environment, no 7 days. It is all 6 days, and have a bit of work-life balance in a very, very good location. So yeah, they're my roles this week, Rob. What do you think?
Fantastic. No, look, they sound like some great opportunities, actually.
Yeah, we've had a very big week. And I think we're going to keep moving. So if you're out there, keep checking our website and social media channels, and you'll see these new roles as they come available through the week. And if they interest you, make contact direct for that conversation in the strictest of confidence, of course.
Absolutely.
All right. It's our favourite part of the show, mate. It's joke time, and I think this week is your turn, Rob. So
It is my turn this week, Cam, and look, mine's short and is kind of industry related. It is a bit of an oldie. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, here we go. What happens when a frog's car breaks down?
I don't know. I haven't heard this one, so
He has to get it towed.
yeah, right. Like the connection, and the level is very appropriate to us. So appreciate the work you've put into it, Rob.
Look, anytime.
All right, that's all from us this week.
Bye for now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. See you later.